Some stories aren't just told, they transform the way you see the world. Welcome back to our channel, where today we're counting down the top 5 documentaries that will change your perspective. From hard-hitting investigations to tales of resilience, these picks will inspire, shock and stick with you long after the credits roll. Our first selection takes us on an extraordinary underwater journey to the kelp forests off the coast of South Africa. My Octopus Teacher, directed by Pippa Ehrlich and James Reed, is more than just a nature documentary. It's a poignant tale of an unlikely friendship between filmmaker Craig Foster and a common octopus. Foster, seeking solace and a renewed connection with nature, begins diving in the kelp forest daily. There, he encounters a creature of remarkable intelligence and adaptability, an octopus who, over time, allows Foster into her world. We witness their interactions, the octopus's initial hesitancy giving way to trust, as Foster learns to move with the rhythm of the ocean. This 2020 Oscar-winning film captures the beauty and fragility of life in this underwater wilderness. One scene where the octopus cleverly detaches a tentacle to escape a shark's grasp teaches us about resilience in ways words never could. My Octopus Teacher reminds us that the natural world holds profound lessons, if only we are open to learning. From the depths of the ocean, we shift our focus to a different kind of reality, one that exposes a stark truth about the American justice system. Ava DuVernay's 13th, named after the 13th Amendment to the US Constitution, which abolished slavery, is not an easy watch, but it is a necessary one. This powerful film, released in 2016, delves into the intersection of race, mass incarceration and systemic inequality in the United States. Through archival footage, expert interviews, and the voices of those directly impacted by the system, 13th paints a harrowing picture of injustice. The film argues that the 13th Amendment, while intended to grant freedom, contained a loophole that allowed for the continued exploitation of Black Americans through forced labor in the form of prison labor. We see the evolution of racial bias, from Jim Crow laws to the war on drugs, and how these policies have disproportionately targeted Black communities, leading to mass incarceration. In a time when issues of racial inequality dominate headlines, this documentary serves as required viewing. As James Baldwin famously said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." 13th is a wake-up call to face the challenge head-on. Chapter 3. The Social Dilemma. Are we in control? Our next documentary takes us into the digital age, a time of unprecedented connectivity, but also one fraught with unseen consequences. The Social Dilemma, directed by Jeff Orlowski-Yang, explores the complex and often unsettling relationship between technology, social media, and ourselves. Released in 2020, the film blends interviews with former tech executives, Silicon Valley whistleblowers, and academics, with dramatized scenarios that illustrate the addictive nature of social media platforms. It pulls back the curtain on the algorithms that drive our online experiences, revealing how our data is collected, analyzed, and ultimately used to manipulate our behavior. One interviewee, a former tech executive, chillingly states, "If you're not paying for the product, you are the product." This statement underscores the core argument of the film, that social media platforms are designed to keep us engaged, not necessarily to empower us. The Social Dilemma raises critical questions about mental health, digital ethics, and societal division in the age of social media. The rise of AI-driven platforms adds urgency to the film's message, especially in 2023. How do we remain connected without losing control of our humanity? After watching this film, you might just reconsider how often you reach for your phone. Chapter 4. David Attenborough, A Life on Our Planet, a Witness Statement. Our penultimate selection takes us on a journey across time and continents, guided by the familiar voice of a man who has dedicated his life to documenting the wonders of the natural world. David Attenborough. A Life on Our Planet is more than just another nature documentary. It's a deeply personal and urgent call to action from a man who has witnessed firsthand the devastating impact of human activity on the planet. Released in 2020, the film is both a celebration of the Earth's biodiversity and a stark warning about its fragility. Through stunning visuals, Archival footage from Attenborough's decades-long career and his signature calm yet authoritative narration, the documentary outlines how human actions over the past century have led to unprecedented environmental change. We journey from the lush rainforests of Borneo to the icy landscapes of the Arctic, witnessing the breathtaking diversity of life on Earth. Attenborough's quiet, steady voice delivers sobering facts about species extinction, deforestation and climate change, but also provides hope for a sustainable future. As the world faces massive climate challenges in 2023, this film feels more essential than ever. Chapter 5, Won't You Be My Neighbor? The Power of Kindness. And now, for our final selection, we turn our attention to a man who dedicated his life to teaching children about kindness, empathy, and the power of imagination. Won't You Be My Neighbor, directed by Morgan Neville, is a heartwarming and deeply moving tribute to Fred Rogers, the beloved host of the children's television show Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Released in 2018, the film takes us behind the scenes of the iconic show, revealing the man behind the cardigan and the message of love and acceptance that touched generations of viewers. Through archival footage, interviews with Rogers' family, friends and colleagues, and clips from the show itself, Won't You Be My Neighbor paints a portrait of a man who was deeply committed to using television as a force for good. Rogers' message, though seemingly simple, was radical in its own way. In a world that often felt chaotic and confusing, he offered children a safe space to explore their emotions, to learn about difficult topics like death and divorce, and to understand the importance of kindness and respect. Prepare to be charmed, challenged, and deeply moved by this celebration of a truly remarkable human being. Outro: Keep learning, stay inspired. From heartfelt stories of connection to urgent calls to action, these 5 documentaries will change the way you see the world. Which one will you watch first? Or do you have a life-changing documentary to recommend? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's build a must-watch list together. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your fellow documentary lovers, and subscribe for more curated recommendations on the stories that matter. Until next time, keep learning and stay inspired.